is Judith Fitzgerald, and I'm from Timberville, Virginia. I remember times that I wished my father wouldn't come home because of the chaos that I grew up in. There was alcohol, drugs, domestic abuse, and domestic violence in my household. Going through life, that made things pretty difficult, made it hard to trust people, and I eventually was in a relationship that I was going to put my life into. And that relationship ended, and along with that I lost a child in the relationship, and that caused me to spiral into some significant depression. One day I happened to be walking through Walmart and I ran into a friend of mine, and she told me she was going to give my number to a friend of hers, and a couple days later the friend called me and we met for dinner. She took me over to a women's campground. She kind of just took me there and dropped me off and said, "Here, take her. I can't do anything else with her." Camp Out is a women's only campground, and it's like 80+ acres of fields and woods and rustic cabins, basically 4 walls and a ceiling. I started going back every weekend, and I met a lot of wonderful women there who were very successful. We had psychiatrists, nurses, just people who had gone to school, educated themselves, and made a difference in their lives. We have a kitchen there. We prepare meals for everyone to eat, and I was in the kitchen with Terry, and she asked me if I had ever thought about going to school. And at that point, I hadn't, because it just wasn't a priority in my family. I was like, no, I really hadn't thought about it, and I didn't think it was ever an option for me. Financially, it would have been a struggle. And she was like, I think you should, pursue this and check into, loans and assistance and see if you could get in and start doing something different. So I started looking into it, and I decided in 2005 that I was going to go to school. We would go out during the day and we would do yard work around the place. We would build, and we would spend the evenings at the campfire. So we had done some work, everybody had showered, we were sitting down for dinner, and some people were playing games, and I wanted to join in. And one of the ladies, Terry, was questioning me about my schoolwork. Do you have any homework that you need to do? And I was like, yeah, I kind of have stuff. And she was like, okay, you need to go to your camper, you need to get your homework done, and then once you're done with that, then you can come out and join us and play. During mealtime, they would talk to me about school, ask questions, and I'd fill them in with what I was doing, what classes I was taking, and they offered so much encouragement that I don't feel that I got anywhere else. After I got my associate's degree, I went a little bit further and got my bachelor's degree, and that took me 12 years. It was a very long process. I work for a pharmaceutical company, and I feel that I will stay there and probably use my degree in some sort of position. I have a beautiful partner and a wonderful son at this point in my life. I don't think that I would have been in the position that I am now as far as being settled, educated, had it not been for the support of all the women that I met at that camp. They really took me under their wing, and I learned something from everyone that was there, and it's brought me to a wonderful place in my life, and I'm very happy to be where I am. Some people don't have the support of their family, and that's very unfortunate, but just because your family's not there for you, it doesn't mean that there are not other people out there to support you.